The Waitress, the biker, and the digital reckoning, how a smartphone exposed a town secret. Sound of a bustling diner, clattering plates, low chatter. It feels warm, familiar. Asterisk, asterisk. Every town has a heart. In Cedar Creek, it was the Skyline Diner, a place where everyone knew your name, your order, and your business. But on October 12th at 1:17 p.m., the heart of Cedar Creek skipped a beat. A grainy black and white security camera feed. Time-stamped. We see an elderly man, Gus, in a corner booth. 3 teenagers approach. The mood shifts. What happened next was captured from 2 angles. The first, by a security camera. It's unblinking, I seeing everything and doing nothing. The second, by the perpetrator herself. And that would change everything. Quick cuts asterisk. A girl with blue hair laughing. Phone pointed at Gus. Emily, the waitress, watching, her fists clenching. A glass of water being thrown. Mr. Reynolds, the manager, scowling from the kitchen door. Emily removing her apron. Her face a mask of stunned betrayal. Sound of motorcycle engine roaring to life. Then multiple engines joining in, building to a deafening crescendo. She was fired for doing the right thing. But she had no idea that her act of courage had just triggered a digital chain reaction, that a hidden network was being activated, and that in less than 2 hours, the quiet town of Cedar Creek would be ground zero for a reckoning fueled not by fists, but by data. In Skyline Diner, day asterisk asterisk. The diner is alive with the lunch rush. Sunlight streams through the windows. Emily, 25, sharp-eyed, intelligent, moves with practiced efficiency between tables. She's not just serving food. She's studying people. It's in her nature. Our protagonist, Emily Davis, a waitress by trade, a digital forensics student by passion. To most, she was just a woman who remembered your coffee order. But her real talent was observation, reading micro-expressions, understanding patterns. A skill that made the diner feel less like a workplace and more like a living lab. Her eyes drift to the corner booth. Gus 70s, a face like worn leather, a veteran's pin on his faded jacket. Methodically eats a chicken pot pie. He is a statue of quiet dignity. Gus, a regular, a man of few words and consistent habits. Every Tuesday, pot pie, black coffee, a 25% tip, left in cash regardless of the weather or the service. He was a puzzle Emily had never quite solved, but she respected his silence. The puzzle was about to be violently disrupted. Jake, 17, lanky, a sneer permanently etched under his backward cap. CHLOE, 16, with electric blue hair and a cruel curiosity. And Leo, 17, nervous, a follower, slink into the diner. Their energy is disruptive, chaotic. The variables enter the equation. Not master criminals, but a product of a small town with too much entitlement and too little consequence. Boredom is a dangerous motivator. They hover near Gus's table. Jake snatches his water glass. Water sloshes onto the table. Gus doesn't flinch. He just sighs, a sigh that carries the weight of a lifetime of such small indignities. Chloe, mocking, pulling out her phone. Say something for the camera. Grandpa, let's get you trending. Hashtag pity party. A split screen. On the left, the grainy, wide-angle security footage. On the right, the crisp, close-up vertical video from Chloe's phone. The contrast is stark. 2 perspectives. One, objective and detached. The other, subjective and malicious. Both are evidence. But only one, in this moment, is being weaponized. Emily's blood runs cold. She sees the other customers, the regulars, the folks she's known for years. Notice, then quickly look away. They shrink into their seats. The complicity of silence. Emily, to herself, whispering, "Not today." She marches over. Her heart hammers against her ribs, but her voice is a blade. "Emily, hey, leave him alone. Now." Jake scoffs, puffing out his chest. "Jake, relax, lady. We're just having fun. Free entertainment." Emily doesn't blink. She locks eyes with Chloe. "Emily, that video you're filming, it's not just a video. It's evidence. Assault, harassment, The metadata alone, the timestamp location data, will make it really easy for the police to find you. And I'm sure your parents will love the director's cut. Emily doesn't just threaten them with authority. She threatens them with information. She speaks their language, the language of digital permanence. It's a language they understand all too well. The smirk on Chloe's face dissolves into uncertainty. She lowers the phone, muttering expletives. They shuffle toward the door. But Jake, fueled by wounded pride, makes his final move. He grabs a glass and throws the remaining water into Gus's lap. The cold shock makes Gus finally jolt. The teens flee, their laughter echoing. Emily is at his side instantly with a towel. Gus, voice like gravel, tired. Not your fault, kid. Some folks are just rotten to the core. Emily, eyes blazing. They shouldn't get away with it. Gus looks at her, a new respect in his eyes. Most do. A voice cuts through the diner's tension. Mr. Reynolds, OS. Emily, my office. Now. Mr. Reynolds, 50s, a man whose soul has been slowly eroded by balance sheets, stands by the kitchen, his arms crossed, his face a thundercloud. Int, manager's office, continuous asterisk asterisk. The office is cramped, smelling of old coffee and anxiety. Reynolds, that family, the Millers, they spend over $500 a week here. You can't threaten customers. Emily, I was protecting one, and she was filming the whole thing. It's on the security system. We have proof. Reynolds, cutting her off, voice rising. And I will handle the security footage. Your little performance just cost us a small fortune. You think the Millers will come back after this? You think they won't tell everyone they know? Reynolds isn't evil. He's terrified. He's calculated the risk. And in his ledger, the money of the many outweighs the dignity of the one. It's a cold, brutal arithmetic. Emily, her voice trembling with rage. So you're saying I should have just let them torture him? Reynolds, rubbing his temples. I'm saying you should have come to me. I would have handled it discreetly. Emily, you weren't handling it. You were hiding. Reynolds' face hardens. The fear is replaced by a need to reassert control. Reynolds, that's enough. Hand over your apron. You're done. The words don't register at first. Then they hit her like a physical blow. Fired for protecting a man, for doing the one thing nobody else would. In that moment, Emily learns a harsh lesson. Sometimes, the system isn't designed to protect the righteous. It's designed to protect itself. With numb fingers, she unties her apron. The humiliation is a hot flush on her neck. She places the folded fabric on his desk and walks out without a word. EXT diner parking lot later. Emily sits in her beat-up sedan, gripping the steering wheel. The adrenaline fades, leaving a hollow, sick feeling in her gut. Rent is due in 2 weeks. How is she going to tell her mom? Her phone buzzes. A text from her best friend, Lisa. Lisa, asterisk K, diner drama. Heard something went down. You okay? Asterisk. Before she can reply, a knock on her window makes her jump. Gus stands there. His expression is unreadable. She rolls down the window. Emily. Hey, Gus. I'm so sorry about all that. Gus, don't you be sorry. I am. He studies her face, seeing the shock and the fear. Gus, you got a spine, kid. A real one. That's a rare thing. He reaches into his jacket and pulls out a plain white card. On it, a single phone number is written in bold, black ink. Gus, if you ever need anything, and I mean anything, you call this number. Tell them I Run Horse sent you. Emily, frowning, turning the card over. Nothing. What is this? Gus, a faint, cryptic smile. A lifeline for when the world stops making sense. He pats the door of her car and walks away, the sound of his bootsteps fading. Emily stares at the card. A lifeline? It looks like a joke. She tosses it onto the passenger seat. Right now, she needs a job application, not a mystery. She drives home, the world outside her windshield feeling blurry and hostile. In Emily's apartment later. Emily's apartment is small, tidy. Textbooks on digital forensics and network security are stacked on her coffee table. She's scrolling through job listings on her laptop, a sense of despair setting in when her phone explodes with notifications. Ding, 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 ding. It's a cascade of sound from Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Her screen is flooded. Unbeknownst to Emily, while she was driving home, a digital wildfire had been ignited. The weapon? The very video meant to cause humiliation. With a sinking feeling, she opens Facebook. Her feed is dominated by a single video, Chloe's video. But the caption isn't what she expected. We see the video on a phone screen. The caption reads, "Waitress fired for defending elderly veteran from bullies. Cedar Creek Diner should be ashamed. Hashtag justice for Gus. Hashtag I stand with Emily." Somewhere, someone had seen the original post, recognized the profound injustice, and recontextualized a narrative. The weapon had been turned against its creator. The comments are a torrent of fury and support. Asterisk, this is Gus. I run Horse McCullough, 82nd Airborne, Purple Heart recipient. How dare they? Asterisk, asterisk, dox the diner, dox the manager. Asterisk, asterisk, someone find Emily, get her a job. Asterisk, asterisk, the kid's Instagram is at ClobeLahair16. Just saying. Asterisk, the hive mind had been activated. Digital sleuths were at work. Identifying Gus, finding the teen social profiles, tanking the diner's online rating. Justice was being crowdsourced in real time. Emily's hands shake. The video has over 400,000 views in under an hour. Her phone rings. It's Lisa. Lisa, Emily. Oh my God, are you seeing this? You're famous. Emily, famous? I'm terrified. How do they know my name? How do they know about Gus? Lisa, internet girl, it's everywhere. Check Twitter. Hashtag Justice for Gus is trending. As Emily opens Twitter, a new notification pops up. A local news blog is live streaming from outside the diner. She clicks on it. The camera is shaky. The person holding it is breathless. You are not going to believe this, folks. I don't even know how to describe it. They just started showing up. The camera pans across the diner's parking lot. Emily's breath catches in her throat. It is filled with motorcycles. Dozens, then 100, then more. A sea of gleaming chrome and black leather. The riders stand tall, arms crossed, their faces set in grim lines. And at the front of this imposing army, standing tall next to a massive man with a beard and a president's patch on his vest, is Gus. The digital call had been answered in the physical world. The number on the card wasn't for a pizza delivery. It was a bat signal, and it had summoned an army. Emily's phone buzzes with a text from an unknown number. Unknown asterisk come to the diner. A second later, it rings. Same unknown number. Hesitantly, she answers. Emily, hello. A deep, calm, gravelly voice responds. Voice, Emily, sit tight. The cavalry is here, and we brought the receipts. The line goes dead. Emily stands frozen, her mind reeling. The digital storm she'd seen on her screen had manifested into a physical, roaring reality right outside her old workplace. EXT, Skyline Diner, night. The scene is surreal. The parking lot is a pulsating sea of leather and steel. The air vibrates with the idle rumble of hundreds of engines. Emily parks a block away and walks toward the diner, her heart a drum solo in her chest. Heads turn. A path clears for her. These hardened men and women look at her, and instead of intimidation, she sees respect. Then the applause starts. A few claps at first, then more, growing into a thunderous, rolling wave of approval. Whistles cut through the night air. In the world of these riders, respect is the highest currency, and Emily had spent hers on a stranger. Now, they were paying her back with interest. Gus steps forward, a real smile cracking his weathered face. Beside him is a massive man, Bear, president of the Iron Legacy MC. Bear, his voice a low rumble. So you're her, the one with the guts. He extends a hand the size of a dinner plate. Bear, name's Bear, Gus's family. You stood by family. That makes you family. Emily, shaking his hand, overwhelmed. I just did what anyone should have done. Bear, but nobody else did. That's the point. As he speaks, Emily notices something. Many of the bikers aren't just standing there. They're on their phones. They're filming, live streaming, taking pictures. A montage of screens. A Google Maps page for the Skyline Diner. The rating plummets from 4.2 to 1.5 stars in real time as one-star reviews flood in. A Yelp page inundated with negative reviews, citing toxic management and cowardice. Twitter posts with hashtags #boycott Skyline Diner and #HireEmily. This wasn't just a show of force. It was a coordinated digital strike, a distributed denial of service attack on the diner's reputation. Their presence was the exclamation point on a sentence already written online. The diner door swings open. Mr. Reynolds steps out. He is as pale as the apron he used to wear. He looks at the sea of bikers. Then his eyes land on Emily, wide with sheer terror. Bear takes a step forward. The crowd goes silent. Bear, is this the guy? Emily simply nods. Bear's voice booms, amplified by the silence. Bear, that video your patrons posted, it's got 2 million views. Our prospect, our IT guy, already pulled the metadata. GPS confirms the location. Timestamp matches our brother's credit card receipt. The evidence is airtight. You fired the one person in that building with a moral compass. Reynolds looks like he might be sick. Reynolds, please. I can fix this. Emily, your job. You can have it back. A raise. A big raise. All eyes turn to Emily. The power dynamic has completely, utterly flipped. She looks at Reynolds, at his pleading eyes. She looks at Gus, who gives her a slight, almost imperceptible nod. She looks at Bear and the hundreds of people who had dropped everything to stand up for a principle. A slow, steady calm washes over her. The fear is gone. Emily, her voice clear and strong. No. The word hangs in the air. Reynolds flinches as if struck. Emily, I don't want your job. I don't want your money. I want a public video-recorded apology to Gus. Post it on every social media platform you have. I want you to press charges against those teenagers for assault and harassment, using the security footage I preserved before you could delete it. And I want you to donate a year's worth of their family's business to the local Veterans Hall. Emily doesn't just want her job back. She wants systemic justice. She uses the leverage of the moment not for personal gain, but to force a correction in the ledger. She has become the digital detective, laying out the terms of the truth. Reynolds is broken. He nods, frantic. Yes, anything. He turns to Gus, the cameras of 500 people recording him. Reynolds, Gus, Mr. McCullough, I am so deeply sorry. I was wrong. We were wrong. The crowd erupts in a roar of approval. It's over. EXT, diner parking lot later. The bikes begin to rumble to life, preparing to depart. The digital storm will continue online, but their physical mission is accomplished. Lisa finds Emily, hugging her tightly. Lisa, you were amazing. And oh my God, check this. She shows Emily her phone. Job offers are flooding her LinkedIn and email. Restaurants, tech firms, even a prominent security company. An email from Sam Carter, Sentinel Security. Subject, job offer, asterisk message. We saw what happened today. We need people who understand ethics and action. We protect clients from digital and physical threats. Your skills will be invaluable. Call me, asterisk. Emily looks up, stunned. Gus and Bear approach her one last time. Gus, told you it was a lifeline. Bear, the world's changing, kid. Justice has a new partner. He taps the smartphone in his hand. Don't ever lose that spine. They mount their bikes. With a deafening, unified roar, they ride off into the night, leaving behind a silent diner in a changed town. In Emily's apartment, night. Emily sits on her couch, the plain white car with the phone number on her coffee table next to the job offer from Sentinel Security. She looks out the window at the quiet town. The story of the Skyline Diner is a modern parable. It teaches us that the camera in your pocket is not just for selfies. It's a potential tool for justice. That metadata isn't just technical jargon. It's a digital fingerprint. That online communities aren't just abstract concepts. They can be powerful forces for real-world change. But most importantly, it teaches us that courage is the initial spark. One person choosing to do the right thing can activate an entire network. Technology amplified Emily's voice, but it was her character that gave it meaning. In the end, the greatest tool we have for solving crime, whether digital or physical, isn't software or hardware. It's the unwavering courage to speak up when everyone else chooses to be silent. The diner closed permanently 3 months later. The teenagers were charged with assault and ordered to perform community service. Emily Davis accepted a position at Sentinel Security as a digital risk analyst. Asterisk Gus still eats chicken pot pie every Tuesday, just at a different diner. Asterisk. Subscribe to Digital Detective for more stories where technology reveals the truth. Digital Detective presents stories that educate, inspire critical thinking, and highlight the power of technology in uncovering truth. Always verify facts and report wrongdoing through official channels. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Thank you.